Hey there, TigerShark here. I had a dumb idea for a new series, but it didn't fit in on any of my other channels. So this is Drawing with TigerShark. For this series, I thought it would be fun to try to illustrate a movie I've never seen based on the Wikipedia description. I don't know if this is going to be entertaining at all, but I guess we'll find out. So here goes. The first movie I picked at random, it's called 27 Dresses. The literal only thing I know about this movie is the title. I don't even know what actors are in it. So I'm going to read the Wikipedia summary of the plot and try to illustrate it as I go. Jane Nichols has been a bridesmaid for 27 weddings. One night, while she is attending 2 weddings almost simultaneously, she meets Kevin Doyle, who disgusts her with his cynical views of marriage. I'm picturing Kevin as one of those guys who wears shorts in the winter and a backwards baseball cap. Kevin and Jane share a cab home where she forgets her day planner. Kevin snoops through the planner and resolves to return it to Jane. Meanwhile, Jane's sister Tess returns from a trip to Europe and quickly falls in love with Jane's boss George, on whom Jane has an unrequited crush. I'm deciding that Tess looks like a prostitute and George is bald with an eye patch. Tess feigns interest in George's passion for the outdoors and animal rights, and their courtship progresses rapidly. Soon they announce plans to marry in only 3 weeks. Tess enlists Jane to be the wedding planner. Tess and George's nuptials will be featured on the newspaper's commitment section. The reporter turns out to be Kevin, who writes wedding announcements under the pseudonym Malcolm. Kevin successfully returns Jane's planner, but decides to use the contents as material for a piece on the perennial bridesmaid as a stepping stone to more serious journalistic pursuits. Jane is unaware of Kevin's intentions. During their interview about Tessa's wedding, Jane shows him the 27 bridesmaid dresses in her closet. He takes pictures of her wearing all 27 dresses and submits the photos in his article about Jane for publication. As Kevin and Jane grow closer, he has second thoughts and begs his editor to hold off on publishing the article. Kevin accompanies Jane on a wedding-related errand in Rhinebeck, New York. When Jane's reckless driving causes the car to skid off the road and become stuck, the two seek refuge at a local bar and enjoy drunken revelry while singing Benny and the Jets. Kevin and Jane kiss and have sex in the car. That day, Kevin's editor ran the article about Jane on the front page of the commitment section. Jane is betrayed and furious at Kevin. Tess then gets angry at Jane for giving Kevin material about her, whom he describes as a bridezilla. Tess told a string of lies to George and made many demands on Jane. Jane tolerated this, but the last straw for Jane is when she learns that Tess cut up their late mother's wedding dress to make her gown, which Jane wanted for herself. Despite the fight, Tess still asks Jane to make a slideshow for her engagement party. Jane exacts her revenge by sharing pictures of Tess that illustrate her numerous lies to George. After Pedro, the child that George mentors, reveals that Tess had him cleaning George's apartment for money, George breaks off the engagement. Later at work, George tells Jane that he appreciates her because she never says no. Remembering that Kevin once said the same thing as criticism, Jane quits and admits she only stayed at the job because she was in love with George. She discovers after an experimental kiss that she no longer loves him. She later finds Kevin at a wedding he is covering and announces her love for him. 1 year later, Jane and Kevin are getting married. George and Tess meet at the ceremony and hope for a second chance. All 27 brides serve as Jane's bridesmaids, wearing the dresses that she once wore as their bridesmaid. Man, what are the odds they would all fit in her dresses? So now that I've done this, I'll go and watch the movie and see how I did. This video took a long time to make, which is why the drawings are so low effort, so I'm going to do this once a month for now. And if it's not actually entertaining and fun, maybe this will be the one and only, I have no idea. If you enjoyed the video and want this series to continue, let me know by liking and subscribing. Drop some other movie ideas in the comments for me to illustrate. Anyway, this has been Drawing with TigerShark. I hope your day is improved and your life is spectacular.